If you can find a happiness in a butterfly, there are millions of things to find happiness around you. Don't be limited by the language, whatever the mind has developed. Meaning you should not have a point of view. Means you should not take an angle of looking at life. Be full, be vast, be infinite. Automatically a different dimension of life will be there. How you can be bored with such a beautiful life? Nothing stops. Your life also never going to stop, and whatever, wherever it is existing, which has to reach you, that will also never end. Have a very infinite, broader dimension of living that magnificency of life. Through that you can overcome all these temporary phases of life. Evolve the self, better the world, love all. Let's join to uplift the human consciousness. Whatever the situation of life, constantly go on flowering, opening. Nothing should stop the enthusiasm of life, the positivity of life from expressing. So such a immeasurable, never-ending, expressive dimension should be there as life. So that quality of life takes completely, even the way of developing a language in the mind. See, in the end, mind as a language. You see, now I am speaking English to you because there is a language in my brain or in my mind, so which I am expressing as a language, English. In the same way, there is a language towards life which recognizes somebody is humiliating you, somebody is appreciating you, somebody is condemning you, somebody is angry on you, so some situation is boring. So like that, somewhere you are approaching life with a language. This language, English, I am communicating with you outside. That language, what I am telling you, that is communicating your inside with the life. So that becomes life. So there also no need to have any language. There also no need to have any limitation. So there to step out, no? Not to have constantly this circular or limited way of looking at life, not to be limited by any perception, any of your past, any of your time, space, so any of what's happening now. So whatever may be happening now, it is just an indication. No? Like, let's say, for example, imagine you are cooking food, very delicious food you are cooking. You will put salt, you will put spices and all. So now you will taste it. And just a small piece you taste. Why you taste? Just to know the taste of the whole dish. In the same way, what is appearing as my happening or happening to me is just a taste. It's a taster. I say, just you're tasting it. It's not. So by tasting, suppose imagine you are cooking delicious food every day. Just you are ending up tasting it. Soon you will fall sick because there is no nourishment. Because you are not eating the cooked food, you are just tasting. In the same way, you are not living life, you are tasting life. So, if you constantly end up relating to me, what's happening to me, when it's happening, how it is happening, how that person, how that situation. So then it's like there is an abundance of life, there is an infinite life, just you want to taste it. That is discontentment, non-satisfaction, unhappy state, boring state, angry state, aggressive state. So whatever the negative emotions you have, it indicates you are not full with life. You are just a tasting of life. Once you are in abundance with life, you will never be discontent. When you are with the fullness of life, you will never be angry, never be aggressive, never feel bored, because life is such an abundance. That's why normally I say, if you can find an happiness with the flying of a butterfly, not just if you look at the butterfly, how happy it is flying from one flower to another. If you can find a happiness in a butterfly, there are millions of things to find happiness around you. That's why don't be limited by the language, whatever the mind has developed. Meaning you should not have a point of view. Means you should not take an angle of looking at life. Be full, be vast, be infinite. So then automatically a different dimension of life will be there. That gives a vastness. How you can be bored with such a beautiful life? And also, boring indicates you are seeking something. I am not saying you to stop seeking. No. Seeking is fine, that's not the end. Like if I get what I seek, then only I am out of my boring. No. It's a playfulness. Like that easiness. So in India we have a saying, suppose if mangoes are in the tree, normally children, they throw stones at the tree to get mango. What they say is, oh, if I lose a stone, but if I get a mango. That easiness. So that's why there is nothing to lose in life. So such a lighter, okay, I throw a stone, if I get a mango, it's fine, or else it's fine, I keep moving on. In the same way, okay, I try to choose it, I try to seek it, okay, if I get it, I get, but I am losing nothing. So I am not losing my life. So don't lose yourself to anything. That is very important state in life, because see, by throwing a stone means what? It has no value. No? Like you don't lose anything by throwing a stone. You will not become poor or rich. Just you throw a stone. That's it. It's a play. It's a fun. In the same way, don't lose anything in life. Meaning, oh, I am losing my peace. Oh, somebody told me like this. Oh, I lost. You lose something. That's why you get disturbed. You think you are losing something, that's why you are bored. Let's say, for example, imagine We all know, no? Like we are destined to live for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, or 100 years on this planet, or somebody very rarely 120 years. Okay. In 120 years, today you are bored. Imagine you live for 120 years. Okay. Today you are bored. Tomorrow you are bored. 1 year you are bored. 2 years you are bored. Or 10 years you are totally bored. Or 120 years you are bored. What it indicates? So I am losing something. I am losing my life. Or I am becoming aged. So one day I will die. Oh, that's why now I am not able to live my life. So my life means I have certain definitions to call it as my life. So I am not able to express those definitions, what I perceive as life in the given time at this age. So it's all again your own way of looking at life. Life will never end. See, even after 120 years, if you die, again you will be reborn, again life. So life will never end. That is why whatever you want to seek to move away from the boredom, there is no time limit for it. It can come at any life, at any moment. So that's why don't worry. If I get it now, it's okay. If I don't get it now, that's also okay. So nothing stops. Your life also never going to stop. And whatever, wherever it is, it existing, which has to reach you, that will also never end. So hence, have a very infinite, broader dimension of living that magnificency of life. So through that you can overcome all these temporary phases of life. Creation is to live. Oh, I live, you live, every animal lives, so let all live. Out of that oneness, one world, one humanity. That is possible only by making a truthful journey of Aham Brahmasmi, knowing I being the all. How to access it? That is only with knowing of the self. That gap, that space. Evolve the self, better the world, love all. Let's join to uplift the human consciousness.